Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Sprites of Life podcast. I'm Lucas.
I'm Chris.
Glad to have the whole gang back together. Chris, how you been? It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Oh, it's been a minute, but I'm glad to be back.
It's been a while.
Between Don being gone and me being gone, I feel like this is the first episode with all three of us since before
Pretty
DragonCon.
much. It was fun, by the way. We had a good time.
It was, yeah, that was fun.
I believe it.
Yeah, you missed it. But I think only one thing can bring us all together, no matter what life throws at us. Apparently, it's a new Pokemon game. Yeah, no, and apparently there's been a lot of discourse, a lot of thoughts, a lot of opinions, and you know what? Maybe you could use, like three more, maybe three more opinions on YouTube and the internet. That might be worth something.
If there's one thing that I've learned about this world,
Yes.
it's that we
Oh,
can
boy.
always use another
Yeah, no,
opinion.
I'm sure nothing we
That's
said will
my
ever be
opinion.
taken out of context. All right, so we'll do the science news and then we'll cut into some Pokemon stuff. We're going to be talking all about our thoughts on ZA. We're going to be talking about some of the megas we thought were at least interesting, and we'll just go from there. So let's get the science news out of the way. So, thoughts on spiders? Chris, Don, any particular feelings?
I like them. They're
Necessary for the world.
Cool.
Stay away from me.
I'm on the Don side of things. Chris, I think I can get you to thinking they're a little bit neater. So there was a Live Science published this back in late August, and I didn't get a chance to bring it up. But there was this study on nocturnal spiders, and they found something really interesting. Nocturnal spiders were catching a whole bunch of insects, but it turns out that one of the insects they were mainly catching were fireflies. Instead of killing the fireflies, they just left them there. What do you think was the result?
more fireflies.
More other things, too. These bugs had learned that by just leaving them there to sit and wait, it could attract more interested insects and then eat them from there.
So it was baiting. It was fishing.
Yeah, it went fishing in the air.
We have the Don spider.
Okay, that'd be pretty sick. Don, you get your... I don't know. Don, would you prefer like a fish named after you, probably?
I don't know. I mean, I would be happy with any critter. I'm not too. I think they'd all be cool.
Yeah, no, admittedly, they're named after me. They're cool. I would really love some kind of fish, or you know what? I'd like some kind of bat ray. I would like some kind of bat ray named after me. Chris, what about you?
Lucas, if it was a fish, it could be the Lukish.
Can you
The
go
Lukish.
back to wherever you were? Like just Discord click off of this. We don't need that. We don't need that here.
You can. I would. I don't know what animal. I just
be a
love
new
cats,
cat.
man. But there's only 12 types of cats.
So apparently one of the ways that they tested this to find out if they could do like something similar is they placed LED lights resembling fireflies into sheet spider webs and left out the webs, and then they had an empty one at the control. Turns out the LED webs attracted 3 times more prey.
You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lured lots of bugs to their death.
They didn't just attract other, fireflies. They attracted other things. Here it is. When looking at the number of fireflies caught, the LED snared 10 times more than the non-LED webs. Not only did it get 3 times the number of prey, but it got 10 times the number of fireflies. A very impressive tactic from these animals. I think, I don't know, that might count as tool usage. Using another living thing as a tool count as tool usage. I have to check. Still neat. So, to start our thoughts on ZA, I feel like we should bring this up because it does have an underlying connection. When ZA dropped less than about a week ago, when this drops, the UK charts came out, and as far as physical game software at the end of October 17th, the figures showed that it was number 1 in the UK charts. It was topping over Battlefield 6. It was doing really, really well. But the figures apparently showed that there was a 40% lower comparison in sales to Pokemon's Legends Arceus. Now, keep in mind that this was just physical sales. Like this, even with the digital sales gap accounting for it, like there's some discrepancy, but it overall showed that this sold a considerably less than Legends Arceus. And this counted both Switch 2 and Switch Edition. So while this game is probably going to be still a financial success for Pokemon, it might not be the absolute bombshell they were hoping for to make, more money. which I just thought was interesting. We don't have the American market sales yet. I don't know if it had the best like marketing to the average Joe. Like, we are Pokemon fanatics. Like, we knew this game was coming out in more detail than sometimes the developers did. Like, we're good at what we do. But like, I don't know if the average Joe cared, or if like people were so burned from Scarlet and Violet on the Switch that they just stopped. Yeah, I mean, like it is technically the second most bought Switch 2 game, but that
There's like 5 of those, so
yeah, like that's not saying much. When Kirby Air Riders comes out, is that gonna just crush it? Like, I don't. It beat Bonanza, but like that's Donkey Kong and Pokemon is Pokemon. It's very interesting.
but Bonanza's great.
Bonanza I hear is very, very good. But I mean, that's all the Pokemon news I kind of wanted to cover because we have a lot more to go over. But yeah, the
The
sales.
rest of the news is
Yeah,
the
the rest of the
episode.
news the episode. So, you guys, what do you like? What do you like about the game? Just start with that.
I have roughly 2 hours in it, and anytime I start to look at it now, I feel guilty because I'm not putting my time for Las Vegas. But I might try to play some tonight. It's very fun. I just need to be actually play it.
I like the battling in it more than I like the battling in Arceus.
One of the battling's really fun. I'm super early, but I'm trying to get some good reps in tonight.
It's still very different than like the mainstream battles, especially with like the status type moves and all that kind of stuff. But I like the battling mechanic. I think it's fun. I think it's different. I like the idea of being able to like I kite the Pokemon while my Pokemon like
Okay, how many hours did you put in?
I've put in. I think I'm at 15.
Cool. Okay, so we have a good baseline. We have Don who's just starting it. We have you in the middle, and you have me at like 26. We have a good balance here. So I not a lot of love is going out to this, but it really should. The customization options are phenomenal.
Oh, like for your
For
character?
your character, the fact that there is no limit to what your character can or cannot wear when it is sold. Some people have been pointing out, like, wait, I'm a boy and I can wear a dress. And I'm like, that's good. Give people the creative freedom to wear what they want. That's awesome. I think that's cool. The story itself, I mean, Pokemon games are not always played for the stories. There are certainly some parts in it that I'm like watching it, like, okay, this is kind of funny to see this, or I kind of like how this character is portrayed. It does raise some questions, mainly, how come so many people who were part of Team Flare aren't in jail? Did you run into a few of them? And like at one person, they're like, yeah, they have me doing this here instead of going to prison. So I guess I'll do that. Like all the other ones,
Well, isn't there like there's something where Team Flare has it's like a food truck?
they legit have like a coffee truck just sitting out there, like, oh yeah, don't worry about our color scheme and our logo. We're cool now. Latte.
It's like their logo just has a
Yeah, like,
line
no, we
through it.
stopped. See? Better.
We got rid of Lysander and we got into food trucks.
Yeah, no, don't worry about that random weird gentleman wandering the streets at night. I'm sure he's fine. Like, there's so many times where, like, so many of you should be in prison if prisons exist in this world. Like, this is not okay how all of you are walking around.
Slightly related to that, but one thing that I saw pointed out, the benches have anti-homeless things on them.
Yeah.
Like, like the
Uh
rails.
huh.
That im- so that implies that there's homeless people, but there are no homeless people.
Well, I mean, it could be the Japanese way of homelessness, where these homeless people are like hidden away and ashamed and don't hang out in public as much as the American society does. But as we know from France, they will be out front. Like in France, they'll be out in the open. Oh, speaking of battle mechanics.
They're also probably just hiding from all of the hostile Pokemon.
Oh God, yeah, you're right. Like they're literally like the homeless aren't allowed to like sleep on the benches. The only place they can really find shelter is in the wild area, the districted areas, which is horrifying.
Also, if they sleep in the streets, then the battle night starts.
Yeah, like, oh, I found a nice bed. Like, Pikachu, use Thunderbolt. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. I think my favorite new mechanic is sneaking up on trainers and killing their first Pokemon. Sorry, knocking out their first Pokemon before the battle
Yeah,
even
just
starts.
ganking
Yeah, that
them.
is like, I wish I could dress like Team Rocket so I could just sneak up and be like, surprise. Just, that's the best part to me. Like, I don't need this
Yeah.
battle to last any longer. I have errands to run. You are dying. You are out of here. It's really funny.
I'll say this is probably a like and a don't like about the game in that I like being able to move through the city, going on rooftops and all. Like I feel like moving around the city is fun. but at the same time, the city feels very small.
I get lost because everything looks the same.
That too. That probably isn't
Yeah.
helping. Like, the setting itself is not like, ZA, the setting was not ZA, Arceus, the setting was
Yeah, you
really
didn't
cool.
know what environment you're gonna run to next. Like, you ran into the mountains, certainly, but then you didn't realize that there's, like, a cave system, or you went to the ocean level and you found the cliffside, and, like, that was really cool. I I guess we can roll into the dislikes because I have to agree with the people. I understand why they did it because the poor Switch is like what 8 years old, 9 years
I will
old.
say my Switch has not been. I mean, it's early, but so far my Switch has done a pretty good job.
Yeah, no, you're playing on a Switch and it's doing pretty good for you, and that's just which is probably why they spent that extra year. It was like, no, this thing has to be able to play on the Switch, and we can see where some of those corners were cut in how they built the city. Specifically, yeah, the painted flowers on the windows is not great. It's not good. It looks like a cardboard box. You could have done better. I know why you didn't. Did you even hear them? Some people like actually went into the modeling, and did you know what they found out? Like the whole city is like
What?
always there at all
Mm.
times.
Oh, okay. Wait, I then recently saw something about that, and I think I saw this could be also a mistake on my end. I think there was something where it was actually turns out that there was a in game there's a full model of the city, and the thing in the files that people were finding is the entire model of the city was really the in game model. It's like a hologram or something. I could be incorrect though. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah. Either way, there were definitely corners cut to make sure that it could run, and I think that is to the game's detriment because it just doesn't work right. Also, the more advanced you get, the more we're gonna keep screaming for voice acting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. That in particular is very weird right
It
now.
it throws me off. I have to have something else playing in the background because it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
It does
You know what else? What the in that same vein, because this was a very, very hard thing to get through, which is probably why Don only has 2 hours. The tutorial lasts forever.
it's awful. I just have to sit there and listen to this scrub tell me how to play Pokemon.
I wish there was a I've been playing this for 30 years
Yeah, and
button.
it doesn't have to be and it literally would just be that like, "Hey, what do you know about Pokemon?" And you just, like, pick 3 options, like, this is my I know a lot about Pokemon. I don't know too much." And it's like, "Oh, this is my time." Then you can make it faster. I can go enjoy your game.
What do you know about Pokemon? I'm one of those people whose brains were
Yeah,
rewired when they were a kid.
yeah, I can basically do the Yakko's naming the country of the world with Pokemon. I could have done the Poke Rap in my youth. Maybe that's how you unlock it. It has a microphone in it, and it's like, all right, if you can say the entire Poke Rap, we will let you skip the tutorial. And as much fun as the combat is, there are certain points where I got absolutely demolished. There's a certain area where you run in, and it's like 5 alphas staring you in the face, trying to murder you. That was hilarious. That wasn't bad. That was just funny. 'Cause I had to
Did you see the one where the Carvana jumps out of the water and then the Sharpedo just like murders
yeah,
the
just eats
trainer?
them. Just absolutely eats them.
Yeah.
I think we'll get to it as well. Some of these megas needed some more time in the drawing room. Some of them are not great. Mainly looking at you, Mega Pyroar. You poor cat.
They just gave Mega Pyro 20 to every base stat. It's not good.
We could what okay, Lucas, here's what we do. With the megas we talk about, we also let's get Dawn to give us the ability that would make it broken.
Okay, so we'll get to that. We'll hold on.
Okay, we're gonna make a rule though first. I'm gonna say I'm not allowed to just say huge power.
Okay.
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 You can say huge power once.
You get that demand. Huge power once. Okay, so at a certain point, they were trying to like raise prices on their games. You know, the game they started it with was the Outer Worlds 2, which was like the game that's focused on a post-apocalyptic space future where capitalism runs rampant and everything is too expensive.
Look, you're expecting people to understand the messages of the games they're publishing.
I just wanted simple understanding that that's a stupid idea. I think this game is worth playing if you are a Pokemon fan. Like if you just want to see the
I'd agree.
critters running around, I think it's fine. If you're one of the people who I am not getting into Pokemon because of this looks like trash and Pokemon fans deserve better. You are correct. We deserve voice acting. We deserve games that don't look like cardboard boxes. And again, we deserve voice acting. But at the same time,
I Yeah. I also think that, like, if I was getting my kids into this game, or, like, into
No,
Pokemon,
I
I
would
would not
have
start with this
gotten the
game.
Switch 2 and played the better version of Scarlet and Violet. But like, I don't know.
Yeah.
They get blue
It's
version.
fine. What he said. It's fine. It's a fine enough game. I would give it a 7 out of 10. I know we're not a reviewing site, but I would give it a 7 out of 10 just because that's from a Pokemon fanatic. That's from these guys. If you're the average Joe and you somehow found this podcast, I would say give it a rest.
Awesome. I don't know. I've seen quite a few people have pretty favorable opinions about the story and stuff as well.
The story is better than most Pokemon games. I will say that it's very. There's one point where you kind of skip a few levels, and the ZA idea is like a way of speeding it up, which has both good and bad part. But I really do think that some of the characters are funny. Like there are some characters in it, like you'll eventually meet them, where they're just like, "Oh, you are delightfully unhinged. I like you." Specifically, there is I'm not going to spoil it here. There is an electric trainer and her grandfather that are fantastic, and there is a very, very rich person that is terrifyingly wealthy in the funniest way possible. I love her to death. But I guess every one of us here signed up for ZA because we got some mega Pokemon. Now I have a list of ones to go over, but just off vibes, just off design, what has been your favorite mega that they have introduced?
So I will say I really like Mega Phalanx because I think he's cool. Also, probably because I'm also very biased, big Dragalge fan. I mean, there's a few designs I really like. Like Phalanx, I think for me, Phalanx and Dragalge are my two absolute favorites. I really like Mega Barbaracle sort of thing he's got going on, though. You know, some people complain about Mega Chandelure, but I kind of feel like it's the natural evolution of a Chandelier. Like it's not going to do something. And I also like that it has a disgusting special attack stat. That's also very
It
interesting.
is the second most disgusting specialist stack stat of the Pokemon on this list. I'm the same camp of Mega Phalanx. I love him. It's great because it is animation. If you watch,
Wait, who has a more disgusting one on this list?
Mega Zygarde.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah, well, looking at his
We
design
did
too,
get
we finally
Pokemon
got
Gun.
Pokemon
Mega
Gun.
Zygarde is just a gun. It is here to bring death. Oh my god.
So uninvested Mega Zygarde has more special attack than fully invested Deoxys attack.
Really? Oh, that's nasty. What do
Yes.
you even do with this thing? Just like point and fire?
Yeah, I would assume that's how it works.
Yeah, apparently. What that Draco Meteor is not okay.
He was bullied. Oh, it gets the signature move that I think also hits fairy types or something.
He has a move called Core Enforcer that was added to the game. He has the 1,000 arrows.
Yes. Core Enforcer, I think, is the move. What's it do
The user
exactly?
fires off a powerful beam that scorches across the battlefield as it carves out the letter Z. But no, it's dangerous and it should not go near anyone. I do love Mega Phalanx.
If used after the target attacks, the target's ability is removed.
Oh
Also, that's a fun side
Jesus.
effect.
Good God. I also love Barbaracle. I think he's really.
Well, it's okay. It gets. Oh, they gave him Sludge Wave too, so he gets to hit Xerneas.
Hang on. Don, while we're going through this, can you run the calcs? How much special defense does it need to have to avoid dying horribly?
Someone has to.
What thing? Let me see. It's gonna take me a minute. I'm not sure if he's even in the calc yet.
Never mind then. We'll do it later.
Yeah, he's not in the calc I use. I'll have to run it later. It's gonna take me too long. I'll have to put his stats in
Gotcha.
manually.
I like Mega Eelektross. I think he's gross, and we'll talk about him later. But I love his gross design. And yeah, Mega Barbaracle is a statement. It also helps that he's posed like a JoJo, like from the JoJo anime. If you like legs are.
Yeah, I will say, yeah, sort of also, I mean, there's like some of the designs I really like, some of the designs I kind of am very eh. I also feel like Mega Frostlass, I feel like it was a G-Max form, and I've seen other people have the same thing. I feel like it was a G-Max form that didn't make the cut. It just seems like it's meant to be like
Yeah,
30 feet tall.
I would agree. How tall? Hang on, I have the list here. I want to see how tall it actually is. Okay. Okay. 8'6". Yeah, it is
8 feet.
8'6". But it only weighs 65 pounds.
It's ice type Flutter Mane, but worse.
I'll say the one that I am most excited to use is probably Chestnut.
That thing is going to like take. We were just talking about it. Like, if you shoot a brave bird at this thing, there's a chance it lives.
I think it lives, and more importantly, it's a quick body press.
Oh god, you're right. Like, hey, what this button do? Boop. As long as you're not a ghost type. Death.
And then of the other new ones that we learned about,
It gets young again.
Drampa.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see.
I love Drampa.
Yeah, I like Drake. I think Drake was cool. He's a cool mod. I like his design as well. He's one of the ones too where some of the megas, I feel like they kind of. I know this is like a purely competitive podcast or anything, but I feel like some megas they kind of waste their stats because every mega basically gets 100 BST, and you'll have megas where they just sort of give them some in every stat, or they'll put like 30 points in the offensive stat they don't use, and it's kind of a bummer. And Drampa, like they did a good job keeping him slow. They could have bumped him up to like 50 speed, and he's way better just staying slow.
Or Mega Malmar. I'm so sorry.
Malamar and Pyroar make me sad.
Yes. We'll find you an ability to help you out, Malmar. We'll find something. The one that took the internet by storm, and the one I kind of want to talk about, Mega Starmie. The memes are straight gas.
It's
Like,
very
they are
man in the suit vibes.
very much so. Everyone either loves it or hate it. I love this stupid thing. I think it's dumb, but I love it anyway. It doesn't matter. It's stupid, but it's so cool. Especially with
If this is what Starmie is trying to communicate with, kill them
yeah,
all.
Jesus. You know how there's always people who are like going to fight to defend Pokemon foaming at the mouth? That guy did his research for us, and he was like, here's this massive post. Check this out. And like, apparently, the whole Alien Sea Star thing is both in Eastern and Western media. Boys, I present to you your new movie to go look for. It is called Warning from Space. Warning from Space is the first sci-fi movie made in Japan in color. It involves
Oh, that's a fun fact.
it involves starfish people coming from. Oh, hang on, I had it right here. Here's the description on the wiki. It also looks like that too. That weird star. Is that a basket star? No, it's not a basket star. What is that?
No, so that is the weird thing,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
thing
yeah,
I
yeah.
just posted. So I know if there's the two legs is fun. I think they should have given it a whole bunch of legs instead. That's the Antarctic Sunstar, which is the most leg having is starfish out
It
there.
does have a lot of legs.
They average 16 to 24 arms, but they can have up to 50.
In the movie, the starfish, and to quote the wiki page, the starfish-like aliens disguised as humans travel to Earth to warn of imminent collision of a rogue planet and Earth. As the planet rapidly accelerates towards Earth, a nuclear device is created at last minute to destroy the approaching world. So these guys come to us, try and warn us of something going wrong, and then they help us and save the world.
So Mega Starmie is here to save us.
Yes. Like, so the fact that he has shown his true form should dictate that things are not going great. I will show you a picture of what the costumes look like. Just keep in mind, this was their first attempt at colored science fiction. Be cool.
It looks very surreal. I kind of like it a
This
lot.
design is also seen in games like Persona 5 and 4 because it is like it's one of the monsters you can fight. Like, this movie has a weird subculture that has connected and grown across the decades. Like, am I defending this design for being silly looking? No. I'm saying there's a reason why it looks like a man chasing you. It's trying to warn you of imminent catastrophe.
But also, starfish would totally eat us if they could.
Yes. Here it is. Its movements have become more human-like. Whether it's simply trying to communicate or it wants to supplant humanity is unclear. Jesus.
I really want to be the professor writing that dex entry. Oh, they could want to talk to us. They could want to murder us.
One of the two. The camera pans over to the window, and a Starmie slowly rises up from behind the bushes.
Look, if it can be caught by a 10-year-old kid, I think that humanity's
I
going to
think
be
our
fine.
characters canonically in this one are like 16, 17. I think they're
True.
like teenagers. So we can eat the 10-year-old. The thing would eat the 10-year-olds. It would battle the teenagers. No, but again, it's still the whole side, like it's sending radio waves into space. It's communicating. It's trying to see if it should murder us or not. I love how it runs. I specifically want to play with this thing in the competitive scene of the game in ZA because I just want it running at some poor guy from across the world. I want that thing to think the last thing he sees before it thunderbolts. I will say, though, its stat spread is disgusting. Have you read these things, Don?
Oh, which Pokemon? So it's Starmie?
Yeah, like Starmie's stats.
Okay,
Look
so this is one of the Pokemon where we believe we do in fact know the ability.
okay, what have you got?
Because so in ZA there's no abilities, as we know, so I don't know the abilities. So Mega Mawile and Mega Medicham both got an extra for the purposes of ZA. They both got an extra 40 added to their base attack to compensate for them not having huge power and pure power and being little noodles without it. Mega Starmie has 140 BST added, which would put it, assuming like they did the same thing, instead of just being 100 like every other Mega gets, that would put it right around 100 base attack, which is pretty par for the course for the big, huge power guys being Medicham and Mawile. So we're thinking Mega Starmie is going to be a physical attacker with huge power, but also a very respectable special stat. So you can easily run like an Ice Beam or something to deal with your Landorus or whatever, but have huge power, Liquidation, Aqua Jet, Flip Turns, and Headbutt, etc.
Okay, so that's where most people. So that's what calculations are. Okay, all right.
That's the guess. We think that's from what people are saying, and it makes a lot of sense because there's Megas with lower BST than Mega Starmie, but none of the other ones have gotten an extra 40 except for the two that use the huge power.
I could see that. I like where their heads are at on that one. It's definitely weird. It's fine. The other one I think will become the next one I wanted to talk about because it'll be like a real powerhouse. Mega Scolipede. That is a clean design. That looks great.
I really like the design. I'm on the fence onto how good it's going to be.
If you just started off at like a normal Scolipede and Protect and get that speed boost, it becomes a lot more dangerous, right?
You're still so slow, though. I mean, 62 speed is slow. Yes, I mean, speed boost is a very good ability, and you could get a little bit of boost off, and then you're very tanky. Like, it's not, I don't think it's going to be bad. I don't think it's like an F tier Pokemon or anything like that. It's got decent typing, excellent bulk, even with a low HP stat.
What if you min its speed, but also trick room it? So it's speed boosting in trick room.
So you're fast in Trick Room and slow in you're slow in Trick Room.
So you start slow, and then but you're already so slow that a couple rounds of speed boost aren't gonna hurt you, and you
Well,
can
you're not
deal
going
with.
so Mega Scolipede's base 6. So Scolipede's got really interesting stat changes of the Megas. Base Scolipede has 112 speed, with 100 attack and 89 defense and 55 special attack. Mega Scolipede, the HP stat doesn't change, stays at 60. It's a very respectable 140 attack. It gets like 60 extra points in defense and loses about 50 points in speed. Gets more bulk across the board, a nice attack bump. I mean, I think it's probably got a trick of niche. 60 speed is kind of an awkward spot. Where yeah, if you get a speed boost or two, or use your bulk to like get a swords dance up and just be a bulky guy with a good attack, like you could definitely get like a fake out swords dance speed boost up, and then you're pretty competitive speed tier with your bulk to carry you. Like it's definitely viable. But 62 speed's a little awkward depending on what's in the game. Like for it, like the Ursalunas are both in the 50s. You have an idea of like a more trick roomy guy, but you can also run Ursalunas pretty fast on the right team. I think he's at a versatile speed where you could run like a fast one where you get a speed boost up and then mega, or you could go all bulk and get your trick rooms up. And it's got Swords Dance, it's got Rock Slide, it's got Mega Horn, it's got Bug, it's got Poison. Bug, Poison, Rock. I think also Earthquake. It's got good coverage.
Well, it is based on at least Scolipede. once it mega evolves, it is 10 feet tall and 508 pounds. So it is a.
That's like, and the design is cool. I like the
Oh yeah,
design a
no, it
lot.
actually reminds me of a monster in Monster Hunter who actually also has like glowing goo coming off its horns. The only difference is that it explodes when it punches stuff, and this is just toxic. As far as like cool biology stuff, there were giant like millipedes that used to live on our planet. Here is a size of one of them, Arthroplera. Arthroplera is.
That is an interesting thing, though, is because Mega Scolipede is pretty clearly a centipede. I mean, Scolipede referencing Scolopendra, the family of the giant centipedes. And the largest armored guys, when you think heavily armed, you think millipede, which is more of a peaceful
Yeah, they kind of just
detritus,
picked both of them
detritivore.
together. Yeah. And I always thought more millipede than centipede just because I didn't see like I mean, yes, you have the horns, but I always imagined centipedes more with the fangs. Both they kind of mix both.
I know, but I was thought. I mean, I think well, one, it's just given that it was more offensive and a poison type, which I know millipedes are also can be poisonous. I always in my head Scolipede plus the name referencing the centipede genus had me more along the lines of a centipede. But you're at the horns and stuff. It doesn't really affect. I think it actually used to learn poison fang though too.
I would definitely do it. Like there are, like you said, there are millipedes that carry toxins that ward off predators, but they're not like you said. Like centipedes are crazy, violent carnivores. They eat and kill. These guys are just little dudes clean.
Okay, it doesn't seem to learn poison fang, but it does learn venom drench, which I used to argue again for Team
Hmm.
Centipede.
No, I'm honestly, I'll lean towards your way. It is at least 70% centipede, 30% millipede. I could at least get like there's something along those lines.
What if he eats a millipede and that's like his front half is heavily armored? What if that's
That's the part of it.
a currently
I mean,
unreleased
I
millipede
I would see
Pokemon?
that. That'd be great. But like there were like
I would actually really like a regional Scolipede that has a millipede thing. You know, maybe make it not bug grass because that's a bad type, and I want it to be good because I like him. But you know, something that references a no, man, I don't know, maybe even a bug fairy or something like that would be cool, or a bug steel.
yeah, I know Bug Steel can be pretty fun. Just make it a little armored dude, make him a nice wall. Be nice. But like these things were massive. Like the real giant millipedes in the carnivorous period, they were over 6 feet long and they carved a path 3 inches wide. Like these were massive creatures. We still don't know a lot about them. We don't know exactly what they ate. We don't know exactly what the environment was like. We just know that it was big and it scuttled around. But it's still a really cool design for this one. The last one I had that I had like any biology for, Eelektross, which is like it's beautiful. I unironically think this design is one of the smartest from a scientific standpoint that I have seen. It's so good. And have you read its dex entry?
No,
Okay, so it generates 10
well, I know
times the
that's its goo, right? It's all slime as the other little nubbins.
Yes, so it has 10 times the electricity before mega evolving. It discharges electricity from the false electrics, which are made of mucus. It's all
No.
goo. It's all just slime that is apparently able to conduct electricity. And it's just zapping the crap out of you. Well, okay, but like it's genius because lampreys and hagfish are the only like are really closely related to each other.
Don't.
So taking the lamprey Pokemon and fusing it with hagfish is such a smart, brilliant idea.
I mean, so levitate's fine. It kind of got the thing I complained about where they love to make lovable mixed attackers. And 135, 145, 135 offenses are very good. Like, mediocre bulk with 80 speed
Yeah, I can basically do
is
whatever you
kind of.
want it to.
It's a guy where if you don't know what he's going to do, he could do a whole lot. So that could be a little tricky. Eelektross has kind of an insane move pool already. Yeah, and you can, I mean, assuming he keeps levitate, I think that's fine. You stick him next to Ursaluna or Garchomp or whatever your Earthquake bot of choice is. That's probably pretty good. Other abilities, I don't see him getting anything like Lightning Rod. Maybe with the Goop, it wouldn't be the best ability, but it's something like, given how the Goop works, who's it? Cotton Spore, Cotton Card that the Eldegoss line gets, where they cause a speed drop. Cotton Down. That's the one. So that's where when they're hit by an attack, they lower the speed stat of all Pokemon except themselves. So maybe a unique version that's like Slime Time or something like that. I know, but Gooey requires like contact and only does it to the hitter. Cotton Down does the field, which is much more real.
That would be real.
And with its speed, I think its base 80 would be like 80. If you're -1 everything, 80 starts becoming pretty good, pretty quick.
What if it was more targeted? You know how like Steam Engine works, where it's a water-based move that hits it?
That would be very cool. Like I mean, that is how the
That would
Hagfish
be
slime
really
does
like,
work when exposed to water. That I could see also then maybe I mean the slime is going to go more Hagfish than Lamprey. Something that added, I mean, this would probably be broken, but if they added all moves restore 10% of damage dealt in HP, like a built-in shell bell, like a sapping effect, would be kind of insane, especially because it learns bulk up and drain punch.
yeah, I know this thing has the potential to do some real gnarly damage. But that was like, I thought it's a really cool little design. Yeah, he looks like a little airplane. We love it for it. I am very excited to see what else gets put out. Honestly, there was one more I wanted to talk about, but there's really not
But
much.
did you see Mega Excadrill stats?
Yeah, he's my boy. He's on my team. He's just disgusting little there. He was one of the ones I wanted to talk about, but like, he's a mole with drills. I don't have much else to go with here, folks.
Yeah, he also
Like,
has the benefit. Some of these have the benefit of already being a good Pokemon, and then you just take a good Pokemon, you give it 100 more stats, and it's just continues to be really good.
yeah, Excadrill. The Sand teams are so back.
I mean, shout out to my friend Eric who has 3 regional top cuts in this format with Excadrill. Um, he is very excited about Mega Excadrill. He did make the point that Mega Excadrill is so fast, you could very easily run a double Mega team with Sand.
I saw that. I was just thinking that. Like, which one is he gonna do?
That and also the fact that because it's so fast after Mega-ing, you could, if it lost Sand Rush, it wouldn't necessarily be the end of the world because it's already, faster than a
Yeah.
Garchomp. So you could stay unmegged and just throw out 6 Sand, super speed boost ones. But it would be cool if if it switched to something like Sand Force, that then, it boosts your Steel, Rock, and Ground moves, all moves it likes to run in Sand. That would be kind of cool. And I feel like it do a lot. It's got a lot of stats. It benefits Mega since Megas never get more stats boosted to their HP. Megas that already have a lot of like a solid HP stat like Excadrill, just sort of really get to benefit from the extra bulk a lot.
I mean, I'm just looking at this thing like, man, I really can't take you to the cafes while you're Mega Evolved, dude. You're gonna knock over all the cutlery. No, he's not getting.
No, yeah, cool design. I like the shiny form. The shiny's kind of like the same, just with the drills. But I like that he's a big drill. I like his stats. He's got a
Honestly,
bunch of
like,
attack.
pro tip,
I
if
think
you
he's
want
a
to
cool
make it
guy.
through the game, get an Excadrill, give it Drill Run. That move just runs through people, like literally just runs through them, and you just my Excadrill is more leveled up than my starter because I just keep using it. It's so effective.
Well, do
Isn't
you
it
know
like
what Excadrill
specifically a
actually is,
certain?
though?
It's a specific mole, isn't it? Isn't a mole?
It's not a mole at all because it learns a certain move. No, it's not.
It's a horse. Oh, it's a horse, ladies
It's a
and gentlemen.
horse.
It has high horsepower, and thus it is a
It
horse.
learns high horsepower.
Gaze upon the horse in this video. This magnificent beast. Nice to have the boys all back together. Glad we got some new megas. I'm going to go back to playing it to wrap up this game. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, no, thank you guys for joining me again. Glad to have the gang back together. For those of you listening, have a wonderful rest of your day or night. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye, everybody.